Millie, Millie Moo, how are you? You've got a lot to eat now. Millie, Millie Moo, how are you? What up guys, what's going on? What up fam? Welcome back to a brand new video on the JTsuits YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for all the support on all the videos lately. You guys have been awesome supporting the videos, liking, subscribing, leaving comments. Man, I really appreciate the family, really appreciate everyone out there. Thank you. What you saying? What you saying, mama? Is that what you're saying, mama? Today we're gonna be talking about the things you need to do before you go to MEPs for the Navy. I guess this can also mean any branch out there. Also, demonetization squad, where you at? Demonetization fam. So sometimes I get comments that are like, JT, you've talked about so many things. You can't keep making videos, man. When are you gonna move on? Some things I have never talked about on this channel, although I have almost 550 videos, is, recruiter stuff, going to MEPs and whatnot. So for this video, I have 5 things you need to know, need to do before you go down to MEPs for the Navy. This is very important, man. This is your career. This is the next 4 years, the next 6 years, the next 8 years of your life. This is something you need to be prepared for. You need to do your research on. Whether you read about it on the internet, you watch videos on YouTube, you talk to your family members, you talk to the recruiter, there's a bunch of stuff. This is a big deal. I know at 17, 18, when I joined the Navy after high school, I didn't really prepare that much. Back in 2010, there wasn't as many resources online that there is now. That is kind of a good thing, that is kind of a bad thing, because sometimes the more information you know, the more nervous you're gonna get. But also, information is power, knowledge is power. I want you guys to remember this quote, remember this saying. You're gonna hear it a lot in the Navy. You pick your rate, you pick your fate. There's gonna be some jobs out there where they're really cushy and you're gonna be like, oh man, the grass is always greener. Those people that have the cushy job, sometimes they get bored to freaking death and they want to go out on the flight deck. They want to get some sun. They want to do some work. They don't want to be in the bowels of the ship in an office 12 hours a day. Then you have the people that are sweating bullets up on the deck in 100-degree weather. They want to be in the, confinements of the ship in an office with a jacket on when it's 120 degrees outside because they're cold in their work center. The grass is always greener. You pick your rate, you pick your fate. That's just how it is in the Navy, man. Got to deal with the hand you're dealt. So you want to go into MEPs, you want to go into the Navy as prepared as possible. Number 1, you have to have a top list of jobs, of Navy rates that you want to select. Now, when you go down to MEPs, yes, in the Navy, you do have the option to choose your job, and you don't have to pick it. But the thing is, imagine, I'm remembering myself when I was 18 down in MEPs. If they didn't have the job that I wanted, I had a couple jobs, like a top 3 or top 4 rates that I had a little knowledge about that I wanted to select. For whatever reason, if they didn't have all those 4 jobs, there's people that get pressured into going undesignated. There's people that get pressured into a rate that they don't want by the detailer down there at MEPs, by their recruiter, by their recruiting chief. They're gonna make you feel guilty. They're gonna make you feel bad for, making them wait and you not picking a job right away. Man, this is your career. This is, like I said, 4, 6, 8 years of your life that you're, signing up to serve for your country. You don't want to get into something that you're not 100% comfortable with. So they might try to make you feel bad. They're gonna pressure you. They're gonna use all these car salesman tactics, to make you feel guilty. But you just don't pick a rate if they don't have it, if you don't feel comfortable. This is your life, man. Screw what they think. Dude, go to another freaking recruiter if you have to, if they're making you feel bad. That's just crazy. Screw them. Dude, it's literally your life. And you're gonna get pressured into something. This isn't a 4-year car loan with 3% interest rate and a $150 car payment. Dude, this is your career. Dude, this is huge. So have a bunch of jobs that you wanna know. Go into there with a lot of knowledge. Have a top 5 list of Navy rates. This is gonna lead into the number 2 advice that I'm gonna give you. Now, with all these different jobs that you want for advice number 2, you need to know what ASVAB line scores and what ASVAB score you're gonna need to get, or the range of scores you're gonna need to be able to qualify for those Navy rates. So don't just go like, oh, I wanna maybe be an aviation mechanic because JT was an aviation mechanic. Dude, yeah, that's cool. You can be an aviation mechanic, but have a bunch of different rates that you want to go. And you need to know those scores. You need to know if you're going to be able to get that score. Because say you think you're going to score, oh, I scored a 90 on the practice ASVAB, a 95. Dude, I scored a 90 on the practice ASVAB. I scored a 79 on the real one. You never know what's going to happen. You never know how good of a test taker you're going to get. You never know what mental mindset you're going to be in that day. So if you don't do too well on the ASVAB, there's always a chance that down the line, you know, you can retake it. You don't have to go with that exact score. If you do really bad on the ASVAB and you can only be, you know, for an example, you know, CSs, cooks, undesignated seamen, those are a lot of the lower ASVAB scores. Those are the jobs that you're only going to be able to do. Not that I'm saying those jobs are bad, it's just the fact of the matter. So if you mess up for whatever reason, you know, you can take your ASVAB over again. It might be a long process, but you don't want to get locked into a rate, man. I've seen many disgruntled people that don't have the right job and they're always just salty about it. Oh, my recruiter lied to me, this person lied to me, or I got forced to do this. You don't. If you end up picking something that you're not 100% about, but you go ahead and do it, do that job the best of your ability, give 150%. There's a lot of other skills and things you can learn and bring to the civilian sector that's not exactly related to your job. Now this next tip, advice is big as well. When you're going down to MEPs, make sure you have all your stories straight. Make sure that, you know, I'm not saying that you're gonna go lie to MEPs, but make sure that everything that you've talked about with your recruiter is out there. Everything you have disclosed, everything that you feel uncomfortable about or you feel like you need to get out about your past, your medical, criminal, whatever. Make sure everything is out in the air with your recruiter and you're not gonna drop a huge bomb on the freaking MEPs people about a crazy injury that you never told your recruiter about or something in your past. You need to have every single thing straight. You need to be able to answer all the questions. You know, hopefully your recruiter can make you feel comfortable about all that. But just know you need to have everything squared away, man. All your stories, all your information, everything needs to be on point to make MEPs as smooth as possible. Now, this last one is pretty common sense, but a lot of people still, you know, get knocked off for this one. Make sure your pee is clean. Make sure your PP is clean. Now I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't want to get the demonetization squad if I start talking about the green too much on here. We'll get flagged. But you know, if you have partaked heavily in that stuff in your past, you're gonna need extra time. These tests are stronger than the ones you pick up at the pharmacy. You know, you need to be hitting the freaking sauna. You need to be sweating it all out, drinking water, being healthy. Give yourself a couple months to make sure you don't ruin your whole potential military career on one stupid failed PP test. It's a zero tolerance policy. It's a zero tolerance. You know, that means zero tolerance. It doesn't get any more strict than zero tolerance. So don't be that person. Don't be the Sheeman Schmuckatelli who never got in, or like that guy on YouTube. There's like this, what is this guy? I forget this guy's name. There's like this Korean vlogger who made like a video about how he got disqualified or how he got screwed out of joining the military because of the PP test. Dude, it's your fault, man. There's no conspiracy theory. There's nobody that's switching urinalysis tests to make you fail. You screwed up yourself, man. He made like this video where he's blaming everyone else. That's the people you don't need in the military and the Navy, are people that can't take responsibility for their actions. You know, so the last tip I'm gonna give you guys, man, is when you get out into the military, when you get into the fleet, piggybacking off of what I just said, if you ever find yourself in trouble, if you ever find yourself in making an honest mistake, never give excuses, never point the finger. You accept responsibility, you say, yes, chief, yes, sir, I messed up, it'll never happen again. I will make sure to fix myself. I will make sure to go through all the processes to safeguard against this mistake happening. You know, honest mistakes do happen in the military, so don't go into your career being fearful or being scared of messing up. Because things happen, man, we're human. And most of the time your chain of command will understand that, you know, as well, mistakes happen. There are toxic leadership, though. There is a toxic chain of commands in the military where sometimes everyone's getting dookied on. It always rolls downhill. Shit always rolls downhill. But alright, fam, thank you guys so much for watching the video. This is going to be wrapping up another Navy video. Make sure you guys are giving this video a thumbs up and a comment. The demonetization squad, where you at, YouTube? Where you at? I ain't stopping the grind. Appreciate all the support, man. Like I said, you guys have been awesome. If you want to help support the channel more, check out my Patreon and check out Sandbox, the world's fastest growing military app. All the links are below, bottom of description. Dude, you know you're not allowed in the office. If your mom was here right now, you would be in trouble, bro. The wife is pregnant, the wife is nesting. So I'm sure a lot of you guys know what that means. If you have a kid or if you have a pregnant wife, they nest, they like try to keep everything clean. She's always cleaning, she's always making sure there's, you know, everything squared away in the house. So Papa and Greg cannot go in certain rooms because it's where the baby's gonna be. It's where, you know, we just don't want all this dog hair everywhere mixing up with the cat hair. So there's certain rooms in the house where the dogs can go. There's certain rooms where they can't go. They gotta know their boundaries. That's just part of growing up, having a kid. That's life, man. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I'll see you tomorrow. Papa. Hi, Mizor. Mizor. Go on your bed. Move, on your bed. Go lay down. On your bed, sit. Sit, Papa. Sit. Up. Sit. Stay. Sit. You want the cookie? Papa want a cookie? Shh. Be nice. Good boy. Great up. Be nice. Shake. 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 Oh my God, high five. Good girl.